What's up, everybody? What's going on? Just double check here, make sure everybody can hear me, see me, all that good jazz. See a bunch of comments coming through already, so let me know that you can hear this. We're going to talk about a lot of these different releases coming up. But Steve's driving back from a tournament in Vegas. Man, I'm jealous. Good grief, man. I want to go to Vegas. I miss Vegas. Haven't been out there in a while. Probably won't go back out again for a while. Ryan says all good. All right. Everybody can hear me. That's good news. Good deal. So we're going to chat a little bit tonight. We're going to get going with we're going to do some ball reviews. We're going to look at ball reviews. You guys probably just seen a couple of the ones that I just did, the new Roto Grip ball reviews. We got that RST, the X1, which I'm I don't know how to explain how excited I am to put that ball in my bag. Like, that review didn't really do it a whole lot of justice. It was I can't explain the ball reaction that I saw out of it. The closest I can actually explain to that ball is the Bloody Ocean. I mean, the motion that I saw of the Bloody Ocean. And the cool thing is, now I have a ball like the Bloody Ocean that I can actually take with me to PBA events. And that's not a knock on the that's not a knock on the, on the Lane Masters, the Legends, the swag. It's not a knock on them. Although, if you guys are listening, y'all need to get PBA registered again. Just saying. You guys got to do it. But that RST, X1, yes, that ball, it's going to be good. And to be honest, that, what's the other one I just did? The Synergy, that Idle Synergy. Good grief, man. That ball's going to be good too. A little bit quicker down lane than the RST, but it's going to be a good combination. So once you see some breakdowns, once you start seeing that RST start to read a little bit too soon, maybe get a little bit blah down lane, although with that review, I didn't really see much getting blah. I didn't really see it getting blah down lane at all. So it's going to be, interesting to me. I'm going to be you're going to see a lot of these reviews again, because I started to tell myself, I'm like, you know what? We're going to start doing some more of these reviews. Not just on fresh. Like, obviously I want to show them on fresh conditions, but I want to also show them on beat up league conditions as well. So you get to see if these balls are very good later in the day as well as early in the day. So that's when you'll really get to see something like the Synergy be good. I think it'll be much better once I get a little bit of lane breakdown. Once I see a little bit of transition on the lanes, I think we'll be in good shape. But that RST, it's going to be really, really good for just about any time, I believe. So I did do the results solid. That was another one. I keep getting people are like obsessed with asking for these certain balls. I had somebody, I never got the results. The original results I never got from them for some reason. I don't know what happened. It must have been a mix up or something, but I never did get the results, the original results from Radical. And I kept getting people commenting on videos and saying, man, when's that results review coming? Results review, results review, results review, results review. And it was over and over and over again. And I felt bad because I couldn't actually do it because I didn't have the ball. I guess I probably could have just bought one and did it, but I don't know. That's just me. I guess I don't know. We won't go into why I didn't, but just because I don't know. I just didn't want to buy it. I didn't want to pay for a ball. I've been so spoiled lately that I have a hard time with although I did pay for a couple of balls before the World Series because I didn't have them, like the green IQ Tour, the Emerald, and some other stuff I did, and an original IQ Tour. So I did pay for some stuff beforehand before I went out there, but I have a hard time buying stuff now because I've been so spoiled. And I take pride in what I do. I really feel like what I do is worth something. And I feel like the reviews that we put out from Bowler X and from my channel are, I feel like they're very informational and they're worth, people making sure that we do them for them. So call that arrogant, call me arrogant, call me cocky, call me whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. But I feel like, our reviews are top notch as far as informational and making sure we are honest to let you know whether a bowling ball is good or not. Prime example, that what was that Columbia ball that just came out? That swing, dynamic swing. Now, no, you're never going to hear me say a ball's bad, but that ball is going to be super situational. I used it two different times in two different reviews, and both times it looked the same. Real blah lot down lane. Now, I will tell you, I am super excited for that ball if I see a short pattern. And I was supposed to see a short pattern that weekend. I drilled it, and unfortunately, I didn't end up getting to go down to that tournament. It was that 34-foot Del Ballard pattern or something. Lefty ended up winning again, but dang it, I was super excited for it. I had something come up, some family stuff come up, so I couldn't make it down there. And now, unfortunately, there's not a lot to bowl. There's not much really going on, So I don't bowl leagues. I don't do any of that stuff. So I didn't get a chance to really put it up to the test on anything. So we'll try again. I did take it to Toledo. I went and practiced with a friend, helping him with his fit. And trying to get him a little bit more situated with bowling, and took it down to Toledo and threw it a few shots. Meant to do some extra videos down there. Didn't have a memory card with me. Not really sure why. That's the downfall of this new camera, or any camera for that matter, is you got to have some type of a memory card in in it. Otherwise, it won't record for you, at least on the ones that I have. So that it stinks when I run places, but I got a cool video coming out here shortly. Other than all the reviews, I've got one coming. I went down and I shot down to Monroe for the non-champions regional. Was talking to a couple of people, helping a few people out while I was down there. And I took some videos, some shots, and man, the scores were so low, except for a couple of people. A couple of left-handers, they weren't very low, but the scores were so low. Some people were struggling so bad. Like every single video I took of people throwing shots, I got them like they literally putting their hands on their head, shaking their head, and all this and that. And I got a video of Mikey Schleybaugh making the 2-8-10 with a backup ball. So that's going to be part of it as well. It's going to be pretty sweet. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about reviews. Now, I did do the results solid review. I kind of was getting into that when I got on my rant about how I don't have a results at all, but the results solid. Now it's not the biggest hooking ball I've ever seen, like Mo claims, but it is really good. I mean, it is surprisingly really, really, really good. It definitely, I watched a few results solid reviews from some other people, and it looked like a turd. And I mean, it absolutely looked like a turd in some of these guys' hands that were making these videos. And nothing against anybody. I'm not saying anybody, anything bad. I was expecting the ball to not be very good. And I threw it, and I should know better, because most times when I drill a ball that most people like, it doesn't really look good for me. And then when I drill a ball that most people don't like, usually I really like it. Maybe it's a mindset. I don't know. But the result solid was one of those ones that, man, it looks really good. It never stops. Like, it didn't matter which part of the lane. I could hook the lane. I could go straight with it. I could do whatever I wanted. It was kind of a lot like that RST, the X1, but stronger. So great combination there. Both those balls are going to make my bag. I'm not really sure what I'm going to replace. I know the Bloody Ocean is going to come out, just only because it's going to be... My kid's yelling at me. He's on YouTube right now, actually, and he plays all these kids videos and everything. And he just popped up and he looks over at me and he says, "Dad, I see you. I see your video." It must have popped up on the computer. That's kind of funny. Pretty cute. Sorry, I love my kid. But anyway, so the results, and so I'm going to end up replacing that Bloody Ocean, and not because the Bloody Ocean's bad. It's just because it's got a lot of games on it now. I've used it at quite a few events now, and I got to have some stuff that's going to be able to be used in the PBA events. So not that there's much anything going on. There's going to be just a few events coming up over the new year, but nothing major anytime soon. But I guess I am going. Actually, Brian Regan just messaged me. Come bowl the big Fort Wayne Open on the 29th. Yeah, I'm going to be out there because I think Terry Rohrer wants me to bowl doubles with him. So I think I'm going to go out there. As long as my wife doesn't have to work, I'm going to go ahead and bowl that event with him, and then bowl the singles event the day after. So Brian, if you're watching and you're hearing this, word up. I'll be there probably more than likely, so it should be okay. Troy, hello from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. I'm an Alabama fan, not like not as much of a fan of it like I am Michigan, although Michigan looks really bad this year, which they haven't really looked good in the last 6 years since Harbaugh's been in town, but that's okay. Still stick with my guys, just like I stick with the Lions. Still a Lions fan, always will be. I'm also a Tampa Bay fan for two reasons. One, I was born in Florida, so I don't have to technically be a bandwagon guy. And two, just because I want Brady to prove me wrong. Although last night, he looked awful. Last night was really, really, really bad. So, but I am a Tampa Bay fan now because I want Brady to prove me wrong. I want him to prove that he's the best in the world. And, you know, I was born in Florida. So I'm a Lions fan and a Tampa Bay fan. So 2-8-10, nice. Just made my first one of them in a Sport Shot League. 2 into the 8. Bounce off ball return or ball in the curtain and tap the 10 forward. Nice. Cool. No, it is not the hookingest ball in the game. Still to this day, that volatility from 900 Global, nothing can touch that ball. I mean, nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Now, that ball hasn't made my bag in a while because it's too strong. Like I've never needed it except for at the World Series, and I bowled awful out there, so it didn't really matter. But yeah. Anyway, so hello from Chicago. What's up, YouTube? Jeremy, how you doing? Thanks for joining us here. Florida State fan from James. It's not a bad school there. I like Florida State. Why didn't you bowl in the 4-house doubles this past weekend? I had multiple people ask me to bowl, and honestly, my motivation over the last couple of weeks, I guess, has not been there. I don't know why. Just a lot of stuff going on lately that just kind of has pulled me away from the bowling game other than just getting my work done. So haven't been able to have the motivation to get out there and compete. I think if there was some bigger stuff going on, I would be a little bit better. Or if I just force myself to go bowl, I'll be okay. But I don't know. We'll see. Do you think the bonus is the best ball from Radical, your favorite pearl currently out? No, I don't know if I'd say the bonus is my favorite. It was good. It was definitely good. But I don't know that I would say it was my favorite by any means. I got an incognito sitting here. Actually, what we got? Let's see what it looks like. All right, hold on, buddy. I can't get the box out.
What?
I'm trying to get the box out. I just destroyed the box.
Oh, you break it?
Yeah, I think they glued it to the bottom or something. I'm not really sure why, but.
Can you glue it?
Yeah, I think they glued it. The kid must have pushed my button. Oh, no. Oh, no. My microphone went off. Hold on, guys. Kid touched my mic. Oh, no. And my cord is all messed up. Let's see if I can't fix this here. Nope, get down. I'm working on it. Let me fix it. Okay, there's that. Let me see if I can get this back up. Oh, darn it. There we go. Oh, we got it. Got me? I think we're good. All right, we're good. Got my good mic back up. Should sound a little bit better than the other one. Because I got a bad cord on this mic, so if it gets bumped when he jumped on the table here, you can't, it turns it off. So I gotta get a new microphone. These are like the best mics ever, though. For like $150, these things are amazing. They're absolutely crazy. Really, really good. All right, let me go back up and see if I can't. I don't know if I can scroll up now. I'm on a MacBook Pro now, so like I know how to use them, but they're just so much different. Like getting like the scroll bar on the side like just disappears. I don't know how to pull it up and scroll up and down on things. Like just without a PC, I can just go over. It's always on the side, so I can just go and grab it and move things. But like on a Mac, sometimes it just disappears. I'm not really sure why. All right, but here we go. We're going back up. Thoughts on the PBA playoffs? I mean, Bill O'Neill's really good. I mean, we're just going to kind of leave it at that. And if you guys don't know how good that guy is, then woo, I'll tell you what. Oh, there we go. Robert William Fusick. I hope I said that right. What's up, partner? Hope all is well. Son DJ says, hi. DJ, what's happening? How you doing, DJ? So as long as the doubles tournament, the PBA doubles goes on, I think me and Robert are going to bowl together this year. Since he was one of the first to ask me. I really don't like saying no to people very often, and he throws it really well, and he supports Bowler X, so I kind of have to say good, say okay, let's go. So, and you know what? And I'm not a huge fan of, I mean, it's nice to be able to bowl with some of the big name guys and whatnot, but at the same time, can you really click with them? Can you really, I kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. But I like bowling with people who don't bowl like every single PBA event, I guess. So call it different if you want, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. Who knows? The new Zenith. So I drilled it, but it hasn't gone down the lane yet. Or has it? Yes, it has. Actually, I did do that review. That one is stronger than the Results Solid. In my review, that one is stronger than the Results Solid. So be on the lookout for that. Like that, it took a lot for me to get that ball to the pocket because it hooked so much in the front and the middle of the lane. So beware on that. That's going to be nuts. That's going to be it's a big bowling ball. Compare the Results Pearl. Hey, where'd it go? Compare the Results Pearl to the Bloody Ocean Pearl. I don't have a Results Pearl, so I can't really do that. I'd love to. But you're going to see a lot of these balls reviewed and compared to each other because I'm going to start doing nonstop comparisons with all these because now I've got I think I'm up to 17 balls that I'm now doing reviews for in the next couple of weeks. I've literally got the 4 here. I've got this WebMD, which, by the way, this is the by far the best bowling ball that as far as the looks go. This thing is silly looking. This is, get down. No. Can't have you up here. This is the best looking bowling ball I have seen in a long time. Like it's hard to see on the camera here, but the sparkles and the blue and the purple and everything kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Hero, but better colors actually. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to get some holes in it here pretty soon. Right now, it doesn't have holes, but it's coming. And then we've got stuff like I got that Incognito. I've got the new Black Widow 2.0. And then I've got another Legends or a Lord Field ball here. I've got a Zen. I got a mask that my kid just gave me. The Zen from 900 Global sitting here, and then I've got all kinds of other ones. I've got all 6 of the Hustles by Rotogrip at the shop that I'm going to be drilling and comparing all of those together. So be on the lookout for all this stuff. There's going to be a ton of bowling balls that are going to be coming through the Bowler X channel and as well as my channel. Trying to put a few of the commentary type ball reviews on my channel as well. They're basically the same, just without the intro, without the ending, just all the shots in between with a little music in the background, just to make it a little bit different. So I know people are like, oh, this is the same video, but just because, I mean, there's 43 or whatever thousand subscribers on my channel, and then we have 20,000 on the Bowler X channel. So there's a few. I just want to make sure if I post them on both, then we're getting it to everybody, and we're gathering people on both channels. So it works out pretty good that way. So that's why you see them on both channels. Sometimes I try to make them a little bit different just to give you a little bit different view, but that's why it's like that. Need help with nervous. I was close to a 300 with the IQ Nano and love that ball as it's my go-to after the nuclear cell. Had the front 7, then I could not get under control. What should I do next time? Breathe, I guess. Most times when people get nervous, it's a breathing thing. It's You start to let your heart rate get a little bit too high because you're either breathing too fast and not heavy enough, or you're not breathing at all. You're holding your breath in parts of times when you're nervous. So you've got to learn to control your breathing, slow your heart rate down, and just kind of go back to the basics and just let yourself fall into what you were doing, what you need to be doing. So just don't let yourself get ahead of the game. Just think of each shot at one at a time, and you'll be good to go. He's already pumped for these reviews. You should be. They're coming. I know they're coming. How do you like the swag balls? You want popcorn? I'm gonna throw a popcorn bag in the microwave for my kid. That'll get him to kind of chill out for a little bit. Huh? Popcorn in the microwave. There we go. Ready? Popcorn. There. Popcorn.
I need a pot.
Popcorn twice. All right. There we go. Cook it up.
Dad, need a pot.
So there we go. Popcorn ready to go. How do I like the swag balls? So far, swag, I really like their stronger bowling balls. The stronger bowling balls are really, really good. They're, in my opinion, on par or better than any other company when it comes to strong, solid bowling balls. They do have a couple of pearls that I thought were pretty good, but I think where they need to get better are their mid-range stuff, and their pearls need to get just a pinch better. The Bloody Ocean pearl was pretty good, but it was definitely situational. So it was good. There's definitely areas that can be better. So is that what it is? Blizzard, frozen blizzard? Is that what I have? I don't know what I have. I got something here that just came in today from California Bowling. I'm not sure what it is. I don't remember. So I'm going to need you to stop jumping on my stove, please, sir. That would be great. It's the problem with kids, man, is they're so little. They just climb on counters and they just start hopping around. And then when they fall, they act like nothing happened. You're 4 feet off the ground. You're not even 3 feet tall. Goodness. Anyway. Thoughts on the impact of Brad and Kyle's channel on the PBA? Tough to say. I mean, obviously, I think it's a good thing. Do I think it's improving viewership on the PBA? I don't know that I think it's really improving viewership. I mean, maybe a little bit, but is it making a huge impact? I mean, who knows? All I know is any of that stuff is good. Anybody doing videos, anybody promoting bowling, that's always going to be good. So I'm going to need you to quiet down, sir. Making a mess? Is it broken? Uh-oh, it did. That's okay. We'll get it when it comes open. Did you open it? That ain't good. Hold on. Wait a minute. Jeez, now we got to get a bucket. Wait, let's put it right in here. How about that? How about that?
That one.
It did make a mess. You're right. Holy cow.
That's clean.
Yeah, I'm going to have to clean that when we're all done.
Yeah, I need to go in a dirt washer.
In the dishwasher,
Yeah, I need to clean it.
Mm-hmm.
The water.
All right, which one of these flavors? Sorry, guys, be right back. Here, we'll use this flavor. All that. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, there you go. All right, go eat your popcorn. Sorry. Kid beckons. I have to move. That's how it works. Wife's not here. Wife's at a friend's house. She worked a 17-hour shift last night. So she went to work at 4 o'clock and didn't get home until about 9:30 this morning. So yikes. That was crazy. Okay, last thing, and then you can't stop me anymore, okay? Let's turn it on. Oh, why'd you turn your computer off?
I want TV.
TV? Okay.
I want to phone.
Oh, let's watch towels, okay? Ethan Plus.
I want Woody.
Okay, we can watch Woody. Let me get it here. I'm gonna go.
That's a Buzz Lightyear.
All right, I'll turn it on. All right. Woo! All right. Sorry, y'all. I know this is kind of like, what in the world? He keeps leaving, but my kid Normally he's pretty good when I've got the TV and stuff going, but apparently I forgot to get the TV and stuff going for him. So there we go. We'll turn on Toy Story 4 because he loves it, because he was Buzz Lightyear for Halloween, which was pretty neat. He's pretty cool. Anybody that follows me on social media, you saw the videos that I posted there. It was pretty neat. So there we go. Now we got Buzz Lightyear on the TV. But anyway, so back to the videos. I mean, I think anybody that's doing videos on YouTube or any platform that is bowling related, I think is good, no matter what the information is. Even if it's bad information, I think it's good because it gets people talking about bowling. So the channels that are doing bad information, we're not going to call anybody out, but the bad, and I could be doing bad information, I have no idea. But the bad information that's out there, it gets people talking because now they're like, I don't know if I believe that because JR said this, or Brad said this, or Kyle said that, and this person is saying the opposite. So is that right? So it gets people talking, and it keeps people in the bowling world talking about it. So it's going to be, it definitely gets people interested in it all. Does it get people watching the PBA? I'm not sure. Maybe Brad and Kyle does because they're seeing some success and they're bowling all the events. So it's possible for sure. But I would say it's good no matter what. Seen your review just about an hour ago on the new Idol. Where would you put that in your PBA bag? I mean, it's definitely a good, once that RST breaks down a little bit and starts slowing down, I think it's going to be coming into play with after that. So when I move left and I can't quite get enough pop in the back from the RXT or RST, then I'm going to go to something like that. But sorry, yawn. But I'm not going to use it off the bat unless I'm playing super straight and there's a flood in the middle and it's going to sit in that oil for me and pop down lane. That's the only time I'm really ever going to use it there. But I wouldn't say it's as versatile as the other one. Yeah, the dirt washer. Too cute. That's what he says. He does. He says the dirt washer too. It's amazing. It is called life. You are absolutely right. And honestly, I hate to say it, but my wife comes before. God comes first, wife comes second, and then my kids. Because my kids wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my wife. So I can't put them ahead of my wife. Now, it doesn't matter which one of them. If any of them are in danger, I'm obviously putting myself in front of them to try to help. But either way, that's kind of how I look at it. Not that we're going to get into that conversation here, but old wood lanes with guardian surface, heads burn up fast. Would the counterattack pearl be something to look into for that situation? Sure, possibly. It is a weaker ball from what I heard or from what I understand. So I wouldn't be too concerned, or I wouldn't be, I wouldn't say it's a bad option. That's for sure. I'd like to see a team of regional players compete when they have the PBA teams event. I mean, we've kind of done that before. Like, I was on a team. It was like, at the time, it was me, Zerbinski, Aaron Lawrence, and some other guys. I forget who was on the team already. That was quite a few years ago now. But we put together a team of non-champions, basically, at that time. And we didn't bowl very good. Like, we thought we bowled pretty well, but couldn't get them to fall, as much as we needed to. So, the slide towards your target video was an excellent tip. This helped me to post up a lot better, and I'm not falling off at the end. Bingo! That's what we're after. That's what we like to see. So that's pretty good. It's good news right there. You obviously don't keep all the balls you review. Do you sell the ones you don't fit your game? No, a lot of them sit in my garage, or I give them to a guy up at the high school team up north, and he kind of divvies them out to, his teams and whatnot up there. Favorite symmetrical and asim of all time? Well, I made the most money I've ever made with an IQ Tour, so that would probably be my favorite symmetrical. Favorite asim is going to be either Defiant Soul or the Totally Defiant, because those ones bailed me out multiple times at the World Series in 2014 when I made the show and made some moves out there on a couple different of the events out there. So those were the times when those balls looked really good, other than, like the Hypercell was another really good one for me. So I like those a lot. But anyway, so we got lots of bowling balls. We got those 6 hustles coming along with all these other ones. And then what else do I have? I got a bunch of other ones that are sitting there as well. I got, oh yeah, that new Forge is coming out. And then the new Venom from them, that green and silverish looking ball, that's coming too. Yeah, don't judge me. I'm drinking a beer. Don't judge me. But have I ever reviewed the Columbia Messenger? No, I have not. They don't send me the weak stuff unless I request them. Storm and Roto Schlemmer sent me the Roto Grip, the hustles, because I had a lot of people asking me about them, wanting me to review them. So I'm going to put holes in all of them. I'm going to review them all. As soon as I get all these new ones done, we're going to do the hustles. And then we're going to, kind of build a bag with them a little bit. So we'll see what happens here. But yes, the Black Widow, I did say that. And that's the one that I think you guys should be kind of paying attention to, because when that ball originally came out, I drilled like 6 of them. I was in college when that one came out. And we used that ball a lot the year it came out. So I have a good memory of how that ball reacted, and I will for sure be able to tell you whether this is even close. And I feel like if they can't get the Widow line right, I feel like they're in trouble, to be honest. And I hate to say that. I know it sounds negative and everything, and maybe even if they don't get it right, they can fix it down the road, of course. But right now, I think if that Widow ball isn't right, I think it's going to be bad news bears if it's not, going to be as good as most of the Widows. Now, my favorite was actually the Legend, Black Widow Legend, because it was a little bit cleaner cover, and I was able to play straighter with it. And it was like in 2015 and 16 is when that ball really, I had 2 or 3 of them in my bag all the time. I had one that was pin up, I had one that was pin down. Both of them were shiny, but they let me play straighter for as long as I possibly wanted to. It was pretty awesome. So he wants the new Venom. He owns the Shock, so I'm pretty excited about that one as well. And if I'm being fair and if I'm being honest, a lot of the motive stuff has looked pretty good, but not really. None of them have really made my bag. None of them have really stuck in my head and said, I gotta keep this one around because it's unique enough. And I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can, not being on staff with anybody. I do know all these companies make good equipment. But for me, the motive stuff just sometimes it's a little too clean. Like that new Jackal, the Flash, it was just too clean for me. Now, granted, I probably could hit the surface, and I know all that. But I'm a first impression kind of guy. First impression means a lot. If it looks good out of box, generally I'm like, okay, I can do something with this. But there are some balls that they're not going to look very good after you change the surface. Some of them just are like that. And some of them, they need to be changed. A lot of the stuff when it was in Hopkinsville, a lot of the EBI stuff, they didn't look good out of box. You had to touch the surface. Otherwise, they just weren't very good. Brunswick, I think, is one of the better companies when it comes to out of box. Their bowling balls look great out of the box. And then they start to hinder a little bit once you see some shots on them. I think they get a little bit blah once you see some shots on them. I think the perfect example for that was that Vapor Zone Hybrid. That ball looked amazing for about the first 25 shots, and then it started going straighter and straighter and straighter, almost to the point of not even being usable. So it started out as a holy cow, this ball's making my bag for sure. And by day 2, it was like, oh boy, I'm not sure if this ball's going to make my bag, because then I changed the surface on it, took it a little bit duller, and then all of a sudden it was too dull and then too blah down lane. So that's sometimes what you see out of bowling balls. Not all the time, but certain bowling balls are like that. And forgive me, I know some people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, oh, you're just sitting here bashing on companies. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to be completely and totally honest, very transparent about what I see with these bowling balls, because I'm not on staff with any company. So I'm trying to be as completely honest as I possibly can for you to make the best decision based on what I see. That's it. Like, I'm not bashing on any company. I'm not saying anybody's bad. There's no bad bowling ball. I'm just letting you know what happens, what I see out of them. Lumpy Dog, how many camera angles necessary for virtual lessons from behind and side? Thanks again. I mean, most times it's just right from behind. You set the camera up on 20, you throw a shot sliding on 27, so that way I can look at your swing plane and all that good jazz. If you have specific areas you want to work on, as far as your release and all that, you can give me additional camera angles, up close release shots, stuff like that I can take a look at. But most times, just that one shot, I can see pretty much anything I need to see, because I can see your feet. As long as I can see your feet from your head to your toe, all the way up and down through the entire approach, most times we can get through an entire virtual lesson with just that. So keep that in mind before you sign up. Anybody looking for virtual lessons, don't live near me, that's fine. Head over to bowlerx.com. We do virtual lessons online. You take a video, you send it in, and we will take a look at it, and I'll send you a new video back that is correcting any of the issues that I see. And you also have an option for an additional charge. If you want to go live with me, we'll get on a Zoom call and we'll look at your video live together, and we'll kind of go over everything right then and there. Generally, we'll look at it for about a half hour or so. Sometimes people get talking and it lasts a little bit longer, and so I have to kind of got to get going, guy. Got to get going. got to make my way out of here. I got other ones to do. So, but if you are interested in that, head over to bowlerx.com and make sure to hit that up. For anybody else, if you enjoy what we do, what I do for you as far as videos and stuff go, you can head over to patreon.com/Life's Traction Control. You can always support over there. Definitely trying to get a training center built up, trying to do all that good jazz. So as much support as we can get, the better off we're going to be, and the quicker I can make that happen. Because honestly, I'm getting sick and tired of going to a bowling center. Even though we have access to the pro shop there, I don't have control of a lane machine. I can't control the speakers if they have music going. I can't control the amount of open play and stuff. And it's not me complaining. It's just saying it would be super nice to just have my own private little area where I could do private lessons, where I could do private parties, and I could do private anything in there. And just, I could go in there at 2 a.m. and do my lessons if I want. And as of right now, I don't have access to do that. So I am working on building a training center and getting something going, even if it is just in a small area with just 2 lanes, with retail and a pro shop and all that good jazz. That's what I'll do. I don't care. I'm going to get something going. So with the support of you guys over at Patreon, makes it happen just a little bit quicker. So because other than, the small the paycheck that I get from, I don't want to call it a small paycheck, you probably get mad at me for that, but the paycheck that I get from Bowler X for helping with his channel and helping to promote and doing all that stuff and doing these reviews, other than that, there really is no pay for this. So I kind of it's just on me, the small amount of revenue that comes in from advertising. I mean, you guys see ads and stuff when you click on these videos. You don't really make any money off those, really. I mean, it's just just chump change here and there, but you kind of try to put together as much as you can. Just spent a little over $1,000 on a new camera. I know it doesn't sound like much, but $1,000 to give you a little bit better view with some new camera angles and all that. It does cost money, and it's a lot of time goes into this stuff. So hate to sound like I'm, complaining again, but that's just what it is. There's money that goes in, there's time that goes in. So anybody that wants to support, we definitely appreciate it. But the best way you can support is definitely make sure you share all these videos and get them out there so people can see them. We always appreciate that for sure. So what happened to the board boxes? Yeah, I have. So when I was in Toledo, I had 2 of them because Keith had one and I have one. So we used 2 of them, and now I just have the one. So now I'm like, should I be using it? And I'm going to use it, of course. But when you just put it up, maybe I'll just put it down lane because it's easier, because down lane is really all that matters for the most part, as far as the break point goes. Because in the front, you can hit the same spot in the front over and over again, but that doesn't mean it's actually going in the same direction because your angle's different. So, but I'm going to use it again. It's charging in the pro shop. It was dead the last time I did some reviews, so I wanted to make sure to charge it up. So the next set of reviews that I do, I've got 4 done right now. You'll see 2 more coming up in the next couple of days. And then the next set of reviews you see after that will have the board boxes involved. What do you think of Lordfield Blizzard Frozen? I have no idea. I haven't drilled it. I don't think. Did I? No, I think I just did the Blizzard. I don't know. I did the blue and whatever one. It was pretty good, though. It was clean. Definitely a shiny, clean ball. Didn't really hook a ton down lane, but it was pretty good. That's where I think the Lordfield, the Lane Masters, the Legends, and the Swag, I think that's where they can kind of, they could probably improve a little bit, is on their shiny stuff. But to be fair, I think a lot of the companies need to improve on their shiny stuff. My unbiased opinion is that Storm and Rotogrip have the best shiny cover stocks out there, so those are the ones that I tend to gravitate to when I need to move left and go to something shinier. Those are just typically the balls that I jump to. Until, that Bloody Ocean was really close. That was something that I really liked, but that was a pearl ball that wasn't really shiny. It was kind of dull. It had some sheen to it, so. All right, partner, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Man, I miss that group. Anybody remember Limp Bizkit? Holy cow. It was a long time ago. I was back when I was in high school or just before or something like that. I don't even remember. It was so long ago. So that's what I mean. So like now when I hit the newest ones, I think I just skipped a bunch of comments. So if I skip your comment and stuff, sorry. There you go. How do you get blue balls? Well, see, what happens is you find yourself a little lady or a guy, whatever you're into, really doesn't matter, and you have them tease you. And it gets you excited, and you get blue balls. That's just how it goes. Sorry. I'm not. I know. Probably shouldn't be talking like that, but you asked. You got the answer. There you go. That's your answer. Now you know how to get blue balls. But Swag has blue balls. They have the whatchamacallit. What's that? That one that just came out. The Incredible Hero. It's blue. You can go get 2 of them, and then you get blue balls. Perfect. Just like that. You know what? And this WebMD is blue-ish. It's got a little purple in it too. You can get blue balls with that too. There you go. That's how it goes. So anyway, went a little too far with that, but that's okay. We'll call this a comedy show. I know some lanes you can get your own time you want at. Who is this? DTJ Real MC. Hit me up. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what lanes you're talking about, but if you let me know, figure it out. Possibly, I don't know. Yeah. That's a little vague there, though. You should probably let me know a little bit more information. That'd be nice. That sounds awesome. Are you talking about blue balls? No, you can't be talking about the blue balls because that's well before. So, no, I don't think you're talking about blue balls. Appreciate the tips. We appreciate you. We appreciate your appreciation of the tips. It's pretty sweet. Money is not cheap. No. Money not cheap. Nah, it's not. You're right. I agree. I keep asking for a money tree, and it just... I've been praying for every day for a money tree, and I keep looking in the backyard. The sons of guns just don't grow. They don't come up. They don't pop up there like they're supposed to. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that I just, all the praying all the time, and I ain't got a money tree yet. It's unbelievable. I've been balling a league for just over 10 years. I've thrown 2 balls in that time, Ebonite Clash and a Melee Cross. Haven't seen a lot from you with Ebonite. What are your thoughts? So the Clash is old. And it's a very weak ball. Melee Cross, another one that was fairly weak. You need to upgrade. We need to upgrade a little bit. But if you like those lower end balls, you could go to something like Storm has the Electrifies. Those are good for lower end balls for a good price point. Ebonite has, they did have the Nitruses. What do they have now? Oh, they have the Messengers. They have the Beasts. The Beasts are amazing for the price point, So I would look into some of those, and I think you'd be in good shape to at least get an upgrade in your arsenal. KB Glassblower, yes. Okay. Yes. We'll go with yes. Ari Wilson. J.R. Raymond back again. What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing, Ari? Miss you, man. Miss seeing you around. There's not a lot of bowling tournaments going on that I get to see you at because you're stuck out in Vegas all the time, but that's okay. It's all good. See, now I'm going to hit new comments and it's going to scroll past everything, I bet. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of them here, and how do I go up? These darn MacBooks. Oh, there we go. Got it. I don't know what I did, but I got it. Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. That's right. I love it. See there? My son heard me, so he just heard hot dog, so he said something. That's awesome. Okay. All right. What do we got here? You are a great ambassador. See, I like these comments. They may not be true, but I like them. They're good. You're a great ambassador of a game. Appreciate you being honest. A real dude. Thanks for your efforts. You got it. You got it, Albert. Always going to be real. That's for sure. May not always like what I have to say, but I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest with you, and that's for sure. Especially, we ain't going to get into politics, but I tell you what, this last week has been unbelievable. It's been crazy. I'm not going to talk about it, though. We're going to leave it just like that. With today's technology, does weight of the ball play much of a factor? Been rolling 16-pound needle drop weight. Gary, Old school people will tell you, yes, 16 pounds, obviously, for obvious reasons, an extra pound going through the pins, hitting the pins, it's going to make a little bit of a difference. Is it enough of a difference visually that it's going to knock down more pins? Studies say no. Studies say that 15 pounds do basically the same thing as 16. So if you're having issues with, getting tired, your wrist getting sore or something like that, your ball speed going down, then I would just drop to 15. The difference is most 16-pound balls compared to 15, the differential and the RGs are a little bit different. Mostly the differentials. Generally with 16 pounds, the differentials get a little bit lower, depending on the company. But from like the EBI stuff, what I remember, the differentials got lower with 16-pound stuff. So it's all up to you. Now, when you start to get to the 14-pound bowling balls, yes, you're going to see a little bit of a difference in 14 to 15 and 16. But as far as 15 and 16, I don't know that there's enough of a difference. What I do think is I think the heavier bowling ball actually frees your swing up a little bit. As long as your ball fits properly, I think a 16-pound bowling ball frees your swing just a little bit, which in turn can make you have a little bit better ball speed. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be switching back and forth. Left my purple idol and looking to get something new. Any suggestions on something similar? What the heck's a purple idol? Did I miss something? Is it an overseas ball? If it's an overseas ball, then I would be, if you like the idol look, then just get the Synergy. The Synergy, kind of real similar to the original idol, the idol pearl. I think it's real similar. I think this one actually has a little bit better back end than the idol pearl did. So not really sure what you're looking for, but if that's the way you want to go, stick with the idol line. There you go. Did you watch the PBA playoffs and what did you think? I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of it. I did record it, and we kind of watch it throughout the day when my kid wants to watch bowling. We just pop on the recordings, which is pretty much all day long if he's not watching some of his little weird stuff, his little educational stuff. But yeah, watched a little bit of it, not a lot of it. I haven't seen the round of 8 yet, so I'm going to go back and watch that. I did hear that Bill won, so that's good news. I like Bill, really good guy. So really good bowler. Obviously, he's one of my favorites. Between him and Prather, two of the best physical games in the game. So definitely paying attention to that for sure. And again, I hit the button and now I'm missing the. How do I get it to go back up now? See, I don't know what I'm doing to get this. These darn MacBooks, I tell you what, they're crazy. Oh well, I guess I don't get to see those. What ball would be your first choice for league? I can't even answer that because I don't bowl league. I haven't bowled league in a long time. I have no idea. No clue what I would actually do there. I would say I like to go with something weaker just because something weaker with a more strong, stable layout because then I can just play straighter in the track area or just left of the track area. Let's not get into that conversation either, but just left of the track area. So like that, 10, 11, 12 area, I like to play in that area to start. And if I can stay there all day, you're in good shape because your angles are better. Most times it breaks down really fast. You have to go left. So something I always used to like to use like something like a Rebel Yell back in the day. And I had like a 2.5-inch pin or a 3-inch pin on it. And it would be able to be real predictable off of the dry. If I missed right, it didn't overhook. So carry was still questionable, but I've always had a problem with carry on league patterns. So it is what it is. Hustle Link is that a weaker ball? Technically, but it still hooks a lot. Like a lot of people can really hook it a lot because it's real quick down lane. You can get it to really pop off the back of the pattern. So that's always really a good thing, I guess. But everybody liked the original Hustle Link, and now they have 5 other ones to go along with it. So I'll tell you shortly what it's like. Money Tree, my kids planted pennies. They're still waiting on them to grow. A weed sprouted from one of them and wasn't allowed to pull their money tree. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe what if it's a quarter? I think if it's a quarter, if you plant a quarter, it'll grow. It's worth a try. We're going to look at it. Maybe I'll get my kids to go plant some stuff. Does the Motive Tank Blitz stay in your bag? No, not now that I have, the Purple Hammer and that Fast Pitch. Those two generally take over the urethane area. Unless I'm going to a short pattern, then yes, I will bring the Tank Blitz along with me because it is a different look than those other ones. But most times when I need urethane, I have those two. They give me the difference between the two pretty well, so I don't have to worry about it. JR, just wanted to say your tutorial videos have helped my game a ton. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, TX dude. Appreciate that. Love all the support. Definitely a great thing to be able to help as many people as we can. And imagine if I had a training center. My thought was like, what if I had a training center and I made like one of the rooms like a hotel type space where you could stay the night there and be like in a hotel. Obviously couldn't make that happen, but it would be really cool. And then if it was like a training center with like a hotel attached to it, that'd be sweet. People could just stay the night and come to clinics and do all that stuff. That'd be awesome. What is your spare ball? My spare ball now, I haven't used a spare ball. I've actually been using whatever ball I'm using as my strike ball. I quit on a spare ball and I just started learning. I just started breaking my hand down and just rolling straight at everything again. So I got lazy. I didn't want to drill another spare ball. So most times I'll use a urethane ball if I have one with me. But other than that, yeah. What's your opinion on the Axiom Pearl and the Solid? Honestly, didn't really like them. Pearl's better than the Solid, but they were both real early. The Axiom Solid, it gave me over-under. If there was a bunch of volume, it was skid flip. It went down lane and somebody kicked it. And if it didn't have enough volume, it almost like hooked too much. So I never really had what I wanted out of it. The Axiom Pearl, it was too early. It kind of reminded me of like a Marvel Pearl. And I know everybody's like, oh, I love the Marvel Pearl. The Marvel Pearls were so good. How did you not like that ball? Same thing as like a high road. I couldn't stand a high road. I hated those. But they were the same thing. They just rolled too early and didn't have enough down lane to get through the pins. So for me, they just weren't ideal. But most people seem to like it. A lot of people really like the Axiom Pearl because it's a pearl that still reads the middle of the lane strong enough and it gets it to slow down just enough. So I wouldn't shy away from it just because I don't like it. Most people like it. Any idea how the Venom Fatal will play? What is going on? I got people messaging me like crazy right now. Ball looks very good from there. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's got some good down lane motion. Looks like it pops pretty good down lane. So not really sure what I'm gonna see, but Tom McVeigh Jr. just sent me a picture of the Shimwrecker. Oh, that's the other ones I have are the big bowling ones. I've got all the big bowling balls, the Shimwrecker, the Shim, and then whatever the other ones were. I don't remember. The Big Idea or something like that. And the Idea Pearl, I think it was. But I got all four of those I'm going to be doing pretty soon too. Sent me the Shimwrecker because of all that BS that went on back in the day about supposedly I trashed a pair of lanes on purpose. Garbage. Wasn't true. But it doesn't matter. Whatever. It was pretty funny. He sent me that ball. It was Shimwrecker. That is pretty. I got a kick out of that. That's pretty good. But what do we got here? We have Dougie Vision going on down here in Atlanta in a couple weeks. Come on down. Yeah, I'm not going to Atlanta. Are you nuts? Can't go all the way down to Atlanta. That's so far. What am I going to do? It's like a long drive. Like as much as I'd like to be able to just get away, I can't do that. Can't just go. All right, what do we got here? How would you deal with lane transition? I would adjust to it. That's what I would do. I would honestly adjust to it. That's my best bet. No, I mean, it depends on what kind of transition you're looking for. It's going to be, I mean, if it starts to hook too much, then obviously you make your move to the left, depending on what kind of pattern you're on. But all transition, I mean, that's a little vague. Transition is different all the time. You know, sometimes you see transition to where the lanes tighten up and you actually have to move back right towards the dry on a league pattern. You never know. But I deal with it however the lanes tell me to deal with it. So it's kind of just one of those things you learn over time that you learn what you need to do. You know, sometimes you fail, sometimes you don't. And the times you don't fail, you take that, you lock it in your memory bank, and then you do that again the next time you see something similar. And the times you do fail, you take that, you lock it in your memory bank, and the next time you see it, you make sure you don't do that again. You know, so those are the things you kind of have to look at. How important is thumb pitch, and how do you find the correct one for you? You go to a pro shop guy that knows what they're doing, and I understand, or a gal. Pro shop guy or gal, because there's some gals that do a pretty good job. But as far as fitting goes, there's not a lot that I can actually recommend. Your name says the Ripoff Chicago. I don't know if you're in Chicago, but if you are, I would go see somebody like Jamie Kaiser or Lynn Corey up in the Chicago area. He's at Stardust Bowl in Addison. Somebody like that. Those guys generally will take care of people pretty good. But it just depends on where you're at. But you definitely need to have the right thumb pitch, because too much one way or another is going to cause you to squeeze, and it's going to cause the ball to come off your hand inconsistently. So you want to make sure it's definitely correct. If you got a ton of flexibility, then it's really not that important, because you can make your hand do whatever you want. But you still want to have some consistency either way. Any thoughts on the DV8 Notorious Hybrid? No idea. I have no idea, because I never got it, so I don't know what it does or anything. But I'm gonna guess that it's a hybrid and it's Notorious. Pretty sweet.
Batteries right here.
Batteries? What kind of batteries?
Broke a battery.
Uh-oh, you broke it. That's not good. No, it's working. See, lights are on. You're good. Solid. What was this?
Watch it then.
Have you drilled?
And broken.
It's okay. We'll fix it later.
Mommy,
Let me see it.
can I get more batteries?
I don't think it's a battery thing, buddy.
Yeah, we're going.
Look, it works. You just got to push it. Is whining gonna help it? I don't think so. It usually doesn't. I don't have any batteries right now, bud. You're gonna have to wait. We're not gonna fix it right now, bro. If I have to mute this mic, you and me are gonna have problems. I don't think we want to have problems. Do we want to have problems?
You didn't broke this.
No, we didn't break that. All right. Here we go. You seem to really like the track proof, still liking them. Yeah, the proof pearl for sure. The original proof I never fixed. I didn't fix the span on it. It's still sitting. I think it's still in my garage because there wasn't very many bowling balls that I actually fixed the span once I changed my span. But the proof pearl is one that stays in my bag. Yes, for sure. Thoughts on Bowler's Journal magazine being sold to USB-C? I had no idea it happened. So no clue. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know that. I don't know how many people were actually reading them, or other than everybody getting one, you know, for like Bowler's Journal on USB-Cs and all that. So I'm sure.
It's the bag.
Thoughts on Prism Hybrid? I thought that was a really good hybrid because it was one of those balls that actually hooked down lane. Like it got up and went. Read the middle of the lane and still hooked down lane. So that was a good one for Brunswick. They did a good job with that one. Big ball movement and entry angle is great, but I'm still a sucker for the Walter Ray Williams Jr. up there. I wish there was more times when we could do it, honestly. And most people wouldn't know it, but I would, if I could play right a 5 every game, I would. That is my jam. I love doing it. There's just never really a time that I'm allowed to do it anymore. And it's pretty obvious because you don't see Walter doing it, because if they let it happen, Walter would start winning again. You would see him doing really well at a lot of events, even though, you know, he keeps up still. He does a pretty good job. I don't like his politics views. I'm going to tell you right now. Walter, if you're watching, you and me are going to fight. We're going to fight over these politics. I tell you what. No, he's a good dude. He's a good man. He's just got some quirky views on politics, but that's okay. We go back and forth a little bit on social media. But yeah, I mean, if they would let us play the gutter more, I think he would be happy with it too. I would love it. What 3 balls would be in your bag if you're bowling on wood lanes? A urethane ball, any of them, a spare ball, and a benchmark ball. So like an IQ tour or something, maybe 2 IQ tours, you know, because most times you're going to see enough friction. It's not going to matter. Rick Francis, what's up, man? Thoughts on clearing the thumb quicker, like snug so I don't squeeze, but have a hard time clearing fast? Generally, if it's tight and it hangs up, that's a pitch thing, or a bevel thing. Most times you want to go with more reverse and less bevel. That will get it to give you a little bit more feeling right about here on your thumb instead of up here on your thumb. So it then comes off your hand a little bit cleaner that way, because now you have all that extra reverse to get out of it. So some people won't agree with that, but that's kind of where I've been going with it. Thoughts on the Proton? No idea. Haven't drilled it yet. Haven't put it out there yet because I can't, because the release day isn't until like December or something. So I got to wait until 21 days before before I can even take pictures or anything of it. So looking forward to the Hammer Black Widow, as am I. It's going to be the real test. That is going to be the test coming up. What will be your favorite core cover combo? Both will be for any brand. Oh boy. Favorite core cover combo. Oh. You know what? I'm just going to keep it simple. Any light bulb core would be great. Something simple. And then any cover like an IQ Tour that is not strong but not weak. Something kind of a solid cover that is versatile. So like an IQ Tour, proof pearl cover, original proof cover, even something like let's see here, original web cover, if it would last longer. The problem with, not the web, but the web tour, problem with the web tours is they only lasted a few games. Like that was another one of those bowling balls that you could get such good ball motion out of them, but you could only get such good ball motion out of them for just a few games, and then they kind of died. So, but something like that, those types of cover combinations. Logging on from the Air Force Base. Any thoughts of the new Motive Fatal Venom? Yeah, that one, the review's coming probably later this week. What do we got? We got 2 more videos coming up. So we've got Tuesday and Wednesday more videos. So I would say, I would say either the end of the week or the beginning of the following week, you'll see the Venom coming out of there. So I've not bowled leaks since '87. The game has changed some. One silly thing I struggle with is just the lingo. Ball reads the lane, skid flip too early, etc. Kind of have an idea, but not sure. Yeah, I mean, I would just keep watching videos, just kind of paying attention. Early means it's trying to see the lane. It's friction early. It's hooking early. Late, obviously, it's hooking late. Skidding means it's not seeing the lane until later down lane. Push means you're seeing hold in the middle. You're missing left, and the ball's still holding its line. Overhook is it's hitting the dry and it's overhooking. It's hooking too much. Just little things like that. So just kind of keep watching videos. You'll pay attention. You'll get it. You'll get it. Oh, hey, James Ivy sent me a super sticker for $3. Thanks, James Ivy. We appreciate you. That's really cool. Sounds good. Whatever that's for. Probably to an answer. Conspiracy core with a purple hammer cover. Yeah. Are you doing big bowling reviews? Yes, I've got all 4 of them. They are ugly as get up. I'm going to be honest with you. They are some of the ugliest bowling balls I've ever seen. Hopefully they roll better than they look, but they are ugly. They are not very good looking, appealing to the eye. But sure, I'm going to do them, and we're going to see what they look like, and I'm going to tell you honestly what I think. So don't fret. They are coming. Motive facility tour video. What the heck's a facility tour video? I think you're talking about the Venom, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, in the facility at Motive. I didn't know they had a facility. I'm not sure. What is smooth? I don't know what you mean smooth. Like smooth as in ball reaction? What's it mean for a ball to be smooth? It means that it doesn't overreact and it doesn't underreact. Just kind of, it sees the lane and it's just real slow and lopey, real archy around the lane. So it's not like straight and then jerk like that. It's more like a woo. Did it again. I'm going to change my mic again. Darn it. That's all right. I've only got a few more minutes left. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, that mic's not showing up. Oh, poopy. Oh, well. All right. Well, we'll finish up with this one, I guess. Let's see if I can get it to come back on. There it is. There it is. Now we got her. Okay. There we go. Sorry. Mic test 1, 2. Yeah, sorry. I hit the mic button, or I bumped it with my elbow when I was coming around, made it shut off. Got to get a new mic. One of these days I'll do it. James Ivy, how's your day going today, brother? Going pretty good. Going pretty good. Not a bad day. Got a video done. Got a couple videos done. Posting them up. You'll see some new ones coming here in a couple days. We've been talking about them throughout. So can't wait to let you guys see all these videos. But again, hey, those of you who support this channel, support all my channels, Bowler X, JR Raymond, Facebook, everything we've got going on, I'll make sure to head over to patreon.com/lifetraction and support over there if you can. If you can't, no big deal. Just make sure to share all these videos, share the links, share everything you can with all of your bowling friends. Make sure everybody can see them. And that way the word gets out. We can make as much noise in the bowling industry and grow the sport as much as possible. We're trying to be one of the best channels as far as content goes, giving you a mixture. Try to give you some ball reviews, try to give you some tips and all that good jazz. So we're going to try and do that as much as possible. But here, For 1 minute, I'm going to let you hear from our sponsor. I want you to see this commercial that Bowler X has. It's pretty old, but man, I think it's really cool. So check this out.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.
Oh, man. Son of a gun. I don't know why I did that. Ah, sorry. I was looking at a mix-up on a different thing here. But have you thrown the Jocko Ghost? I don't remember. It looked good. It looked really good for some of the people that I've seen it with. So how do you like the new IQ? It's too strong, that cover. I've never liked the Nano covers. The original Nano IQ was too strong as well. I drilled one in 2014 when that first came out, the IQ 2, and I think it was just the IQ Nano. When it first came out, I was using a hypercell, and I drilled one for the show, for the Chameleon show, and it was too strong. There was no. I probably should have used it because once I got to the TV pair and everything, the hypercell just wasn't quite enough. It wasn't quite good enough. But everybody else struck. Ronnie shot 300, Rash shot 260, and here I was shooting 180, looking like an idiot. So that's how it goes. But not too bad, I guess. It is what it is. Keep up the good fight. Happy with the progress. Appreciate that, Rick. Appreciate that a bunch. Like your stuff. I've seen it's been great info for the little I know about bowling. Thanks. God bless. God bless you, Craig. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Fugitive Solid. I don't know. I don't think I have that one. Maybe I do. Possible. I don't know. I got a bunch of bowling balls sitting at the shop, sitting on the floor. Some of them are drilled. Some of them aren't. I'm not really sure what's really out there. So I'm not going to be able to tell you off the top of my head, but we got a bundle of them out there. That's for dang sure. Kind of want to play around with this. What we got here? We got ads up here. What we got? Oh yeah, you guys pay attention to that podcast? Check this out. Make sure to head over here. I got a new podcast that I've been kind of paying attention, or haven't done a ton in it lately. I was doing it like every single day for a while. And then I slowed up because they took my sponsorship away. I'm not really sure why. But now it doesn't have a sponsor, so I just kind of do it like once or twice a week. But we talk about all the little odds and ends on there every once in a while. And then for everybody who wants to check out Patreon, there you go. There's a link. Make sure to hit that up if you can. That'd be a good deal. Good deal there. Get ourselves a training center going. Actually, I'm going to look at a building in a couple of days. The real estate guy that I've been talking to is supposed to be coming, and he's showing me a building. It's like 4,500 square feet. It's got enough for two pairs of lanes, one on each side, with retail and everything down the middle, and rooms and party rooms and everything down the middle. So it's going to be pretty sweet. You need a tip jar. Yes, I do need a tip jar. That tip jar is Patreon. Patreon's my tip jar. Tom Gorman, tip jar. Patreon, right there. That's my tip jar. That's where you can head. Pretty sweet. Threw the Fugitive Solid at the Bullapalooza a few weeks ago. Absolutely love that ball. Using Authority Solid, and it put it to shame. So smooth rolling. Pretty cool. Good. It's good to hear. I like to hear when there are good bowling balls out there. Prism or Prism Warp? I like the Prism Warp better. Prism Warp was much better than the Prism, in my opinion. At least I think so. A couple of guys that I know that still keep that Prism Warp in their bag. Mine doesn't fit me anymore. But again, I drilled all those old balls, and then I had to make a decision. I was drilling a bunch of new ones with the new fit, and I had to just grab a couple of them that I wanted to fix. And I didn't quite fix all of them. There was just 2 or 3 of them that I actually fixed that I really had to make sure was in my bag at all times. So a lot of those older balls are still sitting in the garage with the old span, and I'm talking like 5/16 of an inch difference. I actually lengthen my span quite a bit, so can't throw any of that old stuff right now. But it feels better now. I don't have the issues that I was having with the shorter span, so that's good. Got that out of the way. But yawn again. I'm gonna probably pop on out of here and get rolling. Just kind of wanted to jump on. Had a little bit of free time. Wife went over to a friend's house. Kids watching TV. You saw them kind of pop in here a little bit, but I'm going to roll out of here and Appreciate everybody coming in. Again, make sure to subscribe to these channels, both the Bowler X channel and the JR Raymond channel. Subscribe there and head over to that link down there you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Patreon.com/Life Control. Somebody's saying, hi, JR. That must be either Lee or Krista on the BowlerX.com channel there. They're on their own. Or it could be Mike Flanagan in there as well. I'm not really sure who it is. I'm not saying hi to myself, that's for sure. But maybe I am. Who knows? It could be. It could just be me. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I am going to roll out of here and be on the lookout for some of these new reviews coming. We got a lot of them coming, a lot of stuff coming out. I'm excited. Tomorrow, you're probably going to see the Zenith. And then there was another one I did. I don't even remember which ones I did, but I've got 2 more coming tomorrow and the next day. And then you've got all the other ones. You're going to see the Motive Ball. You're going to see both Motive Balls and both new Motive Balls. You're going to see some Lord Field and the Swag Bowling Balls coming out. You're going to see all the Hustles coming out. You're going to see that new Black Widow. You're going to see the Web MB. You're going to see all this stuff coming. So it's going to be pretty sweet. Everything coming up here pretty soon. So make sure to help and spread the word, spread those videos. Hero Solid, yes, that's another one that I have. You're going to see the new Storm, that new Proton Physics coming as well. So be on the lookout for all of those. Make sure to head over to bowlerx.com and get everything that you want for anything that you can possibly think. I mean, most bowling balls, you're not going to be able to use my code. JRX will get you a discount on most things other than anything that has MAP pricing or is on closeout or anything like that. So whenever you do order something, make sure to use JRX. Get you a little bit of a discount at least in one way or another. But until next time, guys, I'm going to roll out of here, and we will see you guys within the next couple of days.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.